Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, everyone. As I always say, it's so good to be here with you guys, and I'm so excited. I want you guys that are out there listening on the radio broadcast, I want you to go ahead and remember to hit follow and like the station so that you can follow me as we go on this journey on this broadcast. I'm so excited today because I come here today to tell you that you are a masterpiece. You are a masterpiece, and I want you to be in control of what God has given you, and that is yourself, a masterpiece. We're going to continue today to talk about controlling your thoughts, renewing your mind. This is part 2 of what we began on the beginning of the week, actually. And we talked about how to get started with that, renewing your mind. We talked about the first thing we need to do is test our thoughts. We start to gain control of those thoughts as we begin to test what we're thinking about. And just to refresh your memory, there was a statement that I made that I want you to hold on to. The very thoughts that come to your mind that you fear, I want you to understand that those thoughts, what you're thinking is probably not even real. What you fear is going to happen is probably not what's going to happen at all. So I want to encourage you not to allow your thoughts to control you, but allow your thoughts to be controlled by you. You're in control. Taking your thoughts captive. That's what we're going to talk about today, capturing those thoughts. And what I mean by taking the thoughts captive is that when you take your thoughts captive and you're able to control those thoughts that may come up that are fearful or that are doubtful or harmful, if they're not true thoughts, good thoughts, you shouldn't allow your thoughts to control you. The bottom line, you want to control your thoughts. You know, I'm going to make a statement here. We were created in the image of God. Okay? We are God's masterpieces. You are. I am. We are beautiful beings that were created. And we were created for a purpose. And we can never fulfill that purpose if we don't take control of our lives. Because if we don't, we will be controlled by everything around us. We will allow the environment to control us. And no matter what environment you may be in, you can take control of your life. You take control of your thoughts. What would our lives be like if we lived like we believe the truth that I just told you, that you are a masterpiece? What would your life be like if you took the words that I've just spoken and actually live your life in that way, like you are a masterpiece, loving yourself, taking control of those thoughts and replacing those thoughts that are not good for you, that are not real in your life, and replace those thoughts with those things that you want to be real in your life, and that really is real. What if you take on the thought of, I can do whatever in life I want to do, and replace those words with, I can't accomplish that, it's too much for me. I'm not smart enough for that. And you replace that with, I can do whatever I want to do. I am smart. I am smart. And we can go ahead and bring in a scripture. Let's just get biblical right now. The scriptures say that I can do all things through Christ. Basically, the scriptures say I am smart. You are smart. What if we really took that to heart and lived our lives that way? Think about that for a moment. Close your eyes right now while you're listening. Just be present with me here for a few moments. Close your eyes and allow yourself to see yourself as that masterpiece. See yourself doing what it is in life that you want to be, what you want to do. See yourself doing that. See yourself in life the way you want to be. If you can see it, if you can believe it, then you can have that. You can absolutely have that. The biggest reason that we don't is because we allow those bad thoughts, those toxic thoughts to run rapid in our minds. We allow negative things that we hear around us to affect us in a manner that we should not. We do that. And I want to encourage you today to take captive those thoughts. Speak those things in your life that you want to happen, that you want to take place. Go for those things that you have been challenged that you can't do. But you know deep down in your heart that you can, but you've allowed maybe those thoughts that come to your mind that you can't to take rule. Well, you have control. I want to encourage you that you have control. Take captive those thoughts. Get those thoughts out of your mind and just throw them away. And speak those things that you actually really want to happen and take place in your life. Taking those thoughts captive will be one of the toughest battles because maybe you've heard yourself say it so long, but you can change that. I challenge you to daily begin to change those thoughts. When negative thoughts come to your mind, I want to challenge you to replace it with a positive. And you practice doing it over and over and over. And it may take some time for you to get to that place, but I guarantee you, I promise you, if you will do that, every time you have a negative thought, replace it with a good one. Every time you have a doubtful thought about yourself, replace it. Every time fear comes up about a situation, replace that with how you want that situation to be. Different words. Just change it around. You can do that. Just change it around. Don't entertain the thought. You can take captive. And even if you did entertain it, guess what? You can back up and say, hey, wait a minute. That's not the way it's going to be. This is how it's going to be. Taking control of your thoughts. That's what you call that. It's better to begin it. No matter how long you've been that way, allows your thoughts to take captive. It's better to begin to do it. No matter how long it has been, you can make a difference in your own life. In your own life. You know, an example is, say there was someone in your life that's always telling you, you got big dreams, but you know that's not going to happen. You don't have to listen to that. Even if you're like stuck in a room with a person and telling you all these negative things, you don't have to accept any of that. Just begin to repeat to yourself, oh, yes, I can. You can say what you want to say, but I can do it. Begin to sing a song. That's how I am. If someone's saying something negative and I'm just kind of stuck right there, I can't get up and leave, I just kind of talk to myself. Oh, yes, I can, and I'm going to do it. You'll see. I can show you better than I can tell you. You have to take on that type of attitude. Not that you have a bad attitude, but it's taking a stand for you, for your thoughts, and for how you want your life to be. And you do it again and again and again until it takes, until you have control. You'll know when that thing has happened in your life. I'm just going to call it healing. You'll know when that healing has taken place in your thoughts. You'll know it because it'll begin to get easier and easier and easier for you. And when you start to look back at certain things, it doesn't bother you anymore. You hear certain things, it doesn't bother you anymore or not as much. And you're quickly to begin to speak something the opposite of the negative. You begin to replace it with the positive quickly. And that's a good thing. You will see it the way you want to see it. and all of that other stuff will be behind you. It'll be behind you. So, from this point on, I want you to begin to observe your thoughts. You tested them based on what we talked about the last time. Now begin to take captive of those thoughts. You are aware of those negative thoughts, and you are aware how they affect you. It's very important to stop those negative thoughts, those fears that speak in your mind, so that you can move forward and live that life that you want to live, as we all hear all the time, so that you can live your best life. You want to live your best life. Make every day of your day be a new day. Every day. A new day that you've taken on this challenge and you're doing it every day. You're making changes. You can do it. You're in control. Every day. You get a new set of hours every day. A new set of hours to make a difference in your own life. We just got to recognize that we're in control. Wake up in the morning and make a statement. I'm going to replace the negative with positive. I will not receive anything negative spoken in my life. And if someone does speak something negative, I am not going to entertain that. If I have a negative thought, I'm not going to entertain that. I'm going to turn it around and change it with positive thoughts or with positive words coming out of my own mouth and speaking within myself positive. So right now, I want you to get a pen and paper, and I want you to write down a reoccurring toxic thought that comes up in your mind, in your life, that you need to take captive. Call it exactly what it is. An untruth. It's not real. I want you to write these things down, but this is what is real. And then I want you to write that down. And then I challenge you, either think of a saying that you can use every time a negative thought comes up. I want you to think of a positive saying that you can say repetitively, or even a scripture, if you have a scripture that comes to mind that can replace a negative. And I want you to put that before you. Keep that in your mind's eye. And every time that negative thing comes up, I want you to squash it with that positive. I want you to squash it with the positive. All right. I'm sure you've written that down. And you can go on and on with that as long as you want to with your writing things down. Make it a habit. I love journaling, and I think that everyone should journal. And I just challenge you. You've tested those thoughts. Now let's capture those thoughts. Capture those thoughts and take control so that you yourself can be in control of your thoughts, and your thoughts are not in control of you. Next time we're going to talk about fixing those thoughts. I'm so excited. Can't wait to share this with you as we continue to talk about renewing our mind. It's just like renovating a room, just like renovation of your house. You're taking that step with your mind, with your thoughts. So until next time, guys, don't forget to follow me here. Hit that follow button. I'm so excited that I get to spend this time with you guys, and look forward to spending the next time with you. You all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Shalom.